You're tuning into.
You're now tuning into
CodenameZ.
And welcome back, everyone.
Hello. Welcome to the podcast.
Episode 30.
Like our age. Woohoo. 30 of them things. Oh my god.
Let's hope that we get through this podcast with no technical difficulties.
Yeah, you know, we just took a half day last week.
Right.
No one noticed.
Yeah, it was. Oh my gosh. Pretty much, we had a longer podcast for y'all, but half of our podcast had I don't even know what type of noise you would describe over it. Like, you just could not hear us.
A screeching shrew.
Right. I just don't understand what was occurring. So let's just hope that that does not happen this podcast. And I'm Tyrone.
And I am Chloe Bailey's braids.
Her braids. They're not even braids.
Dreads. Bye. Leave me alone.
Twist. What are the difference between us?
Anyway, and this is CodenameZ, the podcast. Thank you.
No, I'm saying, you know how people say it's like a difference between dreads and locks.
Yeah.
So technically, what most people have are locks.
I think it's more based on where you get it, like your not religion, your ethnicity. Yeah. Okay. I think. Oh, I need a tissue.
A tissue break. Did you get your tissue?
Yes, I did. Shut up.
Okay.
Mind your business.
So what are we talking about today? Let's just jump right into it.
Love. I was looking at Luther Vandross videos
we are
today.
coming up to Valentine's Day.
We are. Oh my god, this is so close to Valentine's Day. What are you doing with your significant?
I was about to say something inappropriate. It's non-existent. It's non-existent.
Non-existent. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, me and my beau.
And that is.
We are going to the Cheesecake Factory.
This is in your head, right? Or your imagination?
No, this is in real life.
Okay.
Cheesecake Factory, followed by a trip to Paris.
Who you dating? Yeah, right.
Paris.
No, I was just about to. I told my cousin was asking me something about Valentine's Day weekend, and I was like, I don't know, I might not be here. I might go to Orlando. But then I was cranking up. I'm like, first of all, it's already rumored in my family that I have a secret lover in Orlando, and that's why I keep going down there.
I mean, it's not a rumor, but
it is a rumor. Don't start, because they listen to this, you're gonna get the riled up.
Well, let them call them all by name. Trisha. No, okay.
Trisha? Who is Trisha?
I didn't actually want to say anybody in your family's names.
But
He has a secret lover. His name is Jacob. He's a black Jacob.
You're get up.
And that's why he be going back over there.
First of all, if I had a
he be doing OnlyFans over there.
I do OnlyFans.
Yeah, we know. Yup. Lawboy22. OnlyFans.com/love Lawboy22.
And they really gonna be Googling that. I hope they really don't look that up and it's like a black person and they really be thinking stop. They really gonna think it's me. Like, oh my gosh. But no. It's not, I was like, could you imagine how the rumors were at night even further if I went down there for Valentine's Day? They like, we ain't gonna hear nothing. You're definitely lying. But there's no one down. If it was, I would not be staying in hotels.
My actual plans for Valentine's Day is to be home by myself cooking a very nice meal. For me, wine. Myself, and I. Until the end of the time.
I'm gonna wine and dine myself.
Yes.
Buy me some expensive wine.
I was thinking of something, but I'll tell you about that after the podcast. It's not podcast appropriate.
Who was you about to message?
No, nobody. I was gonna propose something.
Applause.
Excuse me?
Anyway, let's talk about the topic because then we getting off.
Yeah, Yeah, keep on. Raggedy bitch.
Alright, so what are we talking about with love? That we had a great conversation about last podcast.
Yes, and we talked about it for like 20 minutes, and now we're doing it again. So my question was, do you believe that love, Love, is a choice? I was going to spell choice, but I was like, if I get it wrong, it's going to be really COSE.
Choose.
KO.
love a choice? Okay, so I believe that how you express your love and the actions of, pretty much how you express your love is a choice. But I don't believe that the actual emotion of love is a choice, if that makes sense.
The actual emotion of love. What do you explain? What do you mean? The actual emotion of love is not a choice.
So, I don't think you can necessarily control if you spend time with someone. Of course, you can choose not to spend time with someone, and maybe your feelings won't ever get there. But if you spend time with someone and you really develop love with them, and not even just romantically, it could be a family member, friends, whatever. I think the feelings of love, like I feel love for this person, is not controllable. I don't think you could turn that on and off. But I feel like if I fell in love with someone, but they're really toxic for me, you can choose not to be around them. So you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to choose to express your love for someone, but I don't think you falling in love with someone is a choice. You get what I'm saying? Because love is an emotion, and I feel like people merge the action with the emotion, but I think they're two different things.
I mean, I see what you mean. I see love as a choice in a couple of different aspects, but I'll pull it down for today because let's not ramble like we did last time. Right. I think choosing who you love, I would consider it a choice just because you have to feel something to love the person. And also, you might have people who are in your life, like family, who like you didn't choose. Like, I mean, you never thought one day, well, today's the day that I choose I love my mom. Right. Like, you never. So that's like you didn't choose that. But also, I feel like you choose to continue that emotion. So, like, when it comes to like family, it's off rip that you're probably gonna love your parents and your brothers and sisters, cousins, blah 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 blah. And so things happen to where you kind of can choose not to, depending on what they do. Like, I mean, if they're not even just saying toxic, if they're abusive, there are a lot of people out here now who don't have relationships with their parents, and there are some who I think people, will still lie and be like, oh no, I still love them. You don't love your parents. Like, some people they don't want to say like, oh, I don't love my mom or my dad, and it's like, you don't though. Like, they did something so bad to you that you don't, you're like, I'm choosing that, like, I'm choosing myself. I gotta put me first.
We don't have that sound effect on this computer, but that's the sound effect we have. But anyway.
But yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I think it's a choice as in a choice to continue, but it's not a choice to actually have the feeling of it.
Right. Okay, I see what you're saying, but I think that's more so you falling out of love with someone, or like the emotions fading, but I still don't think you choose that. Like, if you have toxic parents, or you have someone that you're in a relationship that's toxic, and you be like, I'm putting me first, I can't hang with this person, or I can't be around this person, you're choosing not to be around them, but you're not choosing to stop loving them. Like, it's some people who parents have done horrible things to them, and they even say, like, it really hurts because I still love them. And maybe after years of like distancing yourself, those emotions won't be as strong, but you really, you know what I'm saying? You're not really controlling the emotion of love. Like, this person is toxic, so I'm done loving them. You know what I'm saying? You're saying this person is toxic and I'm going to distance myself from them. And from that distance, your love may fade or whatever, or it may still remain the same, but that's not the love that you're changing. That's the being around them. And maybe some people have had horrible parents or horrible family members from the day they were born, and they never really even drew those love connections to them, and then they finally distanced themselves. But that means that the love was never there. You get what I'm saying? I don't think you really... That's why so many people run back to abusive relationships, because they still kind of be loving a person, even though they know this could kill you.
I mean, I also think it might be more of a trauma response too.
That is true.
Like, like there. I mean, I think we've all done it where it's like, this person's not good for you, but it's like at that moment, or depending on the timing that they came into your life, you're like, oh, I don't have anybody else.
Okay, Ohio. I don't know who that is.
Oh my, not the Ohio host.
Whatever.
Ohio. Like,
Ohio.
that was a bad joke. I'm sorry. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, like I was saying, like it, like maybe like a trauma response to it. Like it's like I don't know. It might not be true love for that person, but it's just like this is the familiar. I can't say that.
Damn, I'm sorry.
You can't.
Familiarity. Whatever.
Lord.
Y'all know what we saying.
One podcast I'm talking about my speech impediment. How about that? So everybody leave me alone.
Oh, God.
But yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I feel like it's a choice, and sometimes cause you know how you can run into somebody, when you're 15 and you had nothing. You're like, no, I don't see it for him. He's gross, ill. I don't like him. Da da da. You see him a few years later, and you're like, no, I guess he's okay. I'll go on a couple of dates and everything, and it's like, like I'm feeling really good about this person, and it kind of just keeps building up, and you're like, wow, like I kind of wish I would have, gave you the chance when I was 15. It's like because this is the thing. It's like but it's like you know what I mean.
I know what you're saying. But I still don't think that has anything
like you're
to do
choosing
with
at that
choosing
moment.
Love.
I feel like at that moment you're choosing to fall in love with that person.
No, I don't think you're choosing to. I think you chose to give them a chance.
Allow them in your heart.
And because you chose to give them a chance, you're falling in love. I still don't think that you're choosing the love. I think that it's still confusing the love with the actions. Because like I said, you can choose whether... Because like, say if you
just never gave them a chance,
you would never know that you're in love with that person because you just didn't give them the time of day. So once you choose to give them the time of day, the reason why you're like, oh...
So but is that not choosing love?
No.
It's not.
No.
You don't see the connection.
Because you choosing to give someone a time of day, you don't know at that point that you're going to fall in love with them. You're choosing... You're not saying...
But you're choosing the opportunity to do it, though.
Yeah, so that's what you're saying. Yeah.
So it's still it sounds like it's a choice.
Yes, but you're
choosing to give.
You're choosing to give the opportunity. You're not choosing love because say if someone been blowing you up or sliding to your DMs a lot, and you be like, I don't feel that person. I don't feel like that. And then one day you be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna give them a chance to go on a date. And then you go on a date and you go on a couple, be like, oh, I wish I would have done this sooner. Like I really like them. And then eventually you fall in love with them. That day that you chose to message them back, you weren't saying, today I choose love. Like, today I'm choosing to love this person because you don't know that you're going to love this person. You're just going on a date. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I say you choose the actions of who you potentially fall in love with. You can choose whether to hang with someone that you love or express your love to someone, but you're not actually choosing that emotion. It's just similar to like, I don't know, think about sexual attraction. Most of the time people don't choose who they're sex, like you can choose who you have sex with, or if you want to pursue that attraction to that someone, but you don't really choose like, you know what?
I don't know.
Today I'm going to be sexually attracted to this person. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't
know. I feel like I'm narrowing it down from A to B.
Yeah, you're
like because the process between this thing happening and this thing happening is like you did choose this thing and then you still got that outcome. So it's like in a way you chose that outcome because you could have never gave that person a chance and maybe never found the person who you eventually would fall in love with because you didn't give them the chance. So it's like there's A dash B. Like there's a process there.
You're looking at the.
I'm looking at the black and white version.
Relationship.
I'm not looking at the gray area of
right.
A
but what
leading
if you gave
to
that person a chance and you didn't? Say if you gave that person a chance that you really didn't like that, and you went on a few dates and realized that you really don't like them. I wouldn't say that you didn't choose love because you didn't love that person. You gave them a chance and you realized that you don't have those emotions for them. You get what I'm saying?
I get it. Okay.
Because even some people that you eventually do love, like sometimes love has to be developed. Like most people, even to people that they're now married to and in happy marriages with it, extremely in love with them, on their first date they didn't love them. You know what I'm saying? Some people felt
I was going to say this now. Some people.
Yeah, some people do feel love at first sight, but for the average person, you don't probably love someone the minute that you meet them or the minute that you slide into your DMs. It develops. And I mean, you're not really... It's not a point in a relationship where you can be like, I'm choosing love. Like, I'm going to choose to love you. You either love them and then you can choose, I'm going to say I love you, or I'm going to
say I love you,
or I'm going to express this further or something. That's what you're choosing, but you didn't choose to fall in love. Just like that song, Sneaky Link. I done fell for my sneaky link. She didn't choose to fall in love with her sneaky link.
I actually have not listened to that song. I know is that the one? This is my sneaky link. You can leave. So is that one? Is that one? It's like, is that my sneaky link? And
no,
it's not. It's actually a song. Ooh.
It's the same girl who sing Hours and Hours and Time Machine. She sings Sneaky Link.
Oh, I actually never looked it up.
I done fell for my sneaky link. It was just supposed to be some sex and Hennessy. I can't explain. I'll play it for you.
Yeah. Let's not get copyright. Right. I didn't know that.
And that's what that whole song is kind of about. Like, she didn't choose to fall for this person, but she ended up falling for them. But it wasn't really her choice. Like, you hear people say that all the time. I didn't expect to fall in love with this person, or I didn't expect to. Because I don't think you choose it.
Okay.
I think you choose. Like, you're right. I think you choose. Like I said, you choose to give certain things a chance. I think we could say giving love, in my opinion, I think we could say giving love a choice is a chance. I mean, wait, giving love a choice. Can I speak today? Giving love a choice is a chance. Giving love a chance is a choice.
Okay. I'll meet you halfway on that one.
Okay. Giving love a chance.
It's a choice.
Giving love a choice is a chance. Like, oh my gosh.
Let's gonna get a T-shirt and say we're gonna get a T-shirt. That's gonna be our merch. Right. That's gonna be one of the things. Giving love a choice is a chance.
Like,
oh
my gosh.
But anyway, I think we should go on break for a bit.
Okay.
And get ready for our sponsorship.
Yay.
This week's episode is sponsored by Anchor. So if you don't know what Anchor is, it's a big, heavy metal object that votes. No? What?
No.
What?
The Anchor app.
Oh, the app. Okay, you talking about the thing that's on the Google Play Store and the App Store?
Yeah,
that thing?
The one where you can make podcasts.
Oh, like the one you listen to right now.
Yep.
This is kind of meta.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of meta.
The one that's free.
Oh, and it's free. Yes, that one.
Makes perfect gifts.
Yes, it does. Give it to your baby on Valentine's Day.
Right.
Start a podcast. Just don't be like the Fresh and Fit podcast. Anyway.
Petty. Anyway. So download the free Anchor app to start getting podcasted and have a #1 podcast like us in the country.
Yes, thank you so much. Back to the show. Good.
And we're back.
Oh, we started fast. Oh my gosh. Jesus.
Threw me
off. Hold on now. Hold on.
So what are we doing? It's
episode 30. So we will be doing rewind.
You know what? We're gonna record some actual like sound effects and theme songs we can play
should.
for our little segment.
I have bars that I need to drop for this podcast. Okay? I got bars.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
I'm sorry. Do you have the number one hit right now? Thank you.
No. First of all, I had bars for days. You want me to spit something?
Yes, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Come on, let's go. Let's go, Cardi. Let's go. Because you'll always be the Cardi to my Nicki. Bitch.
So I'm better.
Oh!
Y'all bars, please don't. Because I don't got time. It was a joke. Anyway, let's continue the podcast.
I'm going to make sure that's on the...
Stay to the end for my bars. Stay to the end.
I'm putting that in the description on Instagram. Because not you did it.
Oh my gosh. So am I starting to rewind or?
Yes, you start to rewind because you have so much to talk about.
What I wanted to rewind to, and this is more of a serious topic. We're going to take it a little bit more serious here. And I wanted to rewind to our discussion about drugs.
Oh God.
Drugs in society.
Hold on, I'm going to go get a soapbox. Hold on.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me. Because go ahead and stand on it.
Because it's really concerning me lately what I'm seeing in our generation and amongst people I know and things. It's just like I saw the reason what made me want to talk about this again because I saw someone post on Instagram and I'm like, yes, that's so true. She pretty much said we need to stop letting our loved ones and our friends hide their addiction behind the excuse of we lit. So now they...
Sorry, this is the way you said it.
We lit.
Hide it under the guise of we lit.
But yeah, it's just like, because no, we see that all the time, like 24/7, 7 days a week, you just see people, yeah, we lit, we out here we turn. But it's like...
Damn, it's a Wednesday.
Yeah, like, why are we smoking 8 blunts before noon every day? Like, why are we doing shots every day? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? So it's like we have gotten to this point in our...
Do you really need that cocaine before you go to the DMV?
Shut up, you're...
I mean, bringing all drugs into it, I'm just saying.
Right.
Yikes.
And it's just like, it's really not healthy behavior, and I really feel like it's so true, is because some people are struggling with so many different anxieties and things, and they're using drugs as a coping mechanism, but to them in their head, and to everyone looking around them, they're just saying, no, I do this because it's fun. Like, we young, let's get lit. But I'm like, there's a balance to everything. There's even, you can drown yourself if you drink too much water. There's a such thing as too much water.
It's water poisoning.
So I'm pretty sure there's a such thing as too much weed and alcohol. Like you can even go, I don't remember the exact name, but I'm not a doctor. You can look it up. But like, you can actually go into some sort of toxic shock or syndrome from too much weed, and a lot of people, some people have had to have their stomach pumped from edibles, because that whole new infusing whole soul food platters, but it's still drug, and people eat the full platter. And
Can I say something? Please don't ever invite me today, because I'm going to overdose.
Right. Saying that this is good. Like,
on plate 3 of some wings and some mac and cheese, and like, it's infused. Infused with what?
Infused with what? Oh Lord!
Now I'm going to the hospital.
Just drive yourself to the hospital real quick. What's wrong? Just wait 20 minutes.
Man, I've had 12 wings. So why was y'all trying to tell me? I got a large Mac. Like, it's so rude.
It was in a pod too? Oh my God.
It was in the water?
But seriously, it is just like, I literally was at the gas station, first of all, double wrong, and saw this girl with the nursing uniform. I don't know if she just worked at a hospital or something in the care industry, literally smoking a blunt. Now, first of all, not us near a gas pump.
I was gonna say
smoking,
at the gas pump. Nah, at the gas
trying to kill us all.
Y'all do know there's sign that says like no smoking cigarettes.
Right.
You know that means like this. That's not just cigarettes. It's everything.
Everything, because no flames near
open fire,
vapors, gasoline vapors, like. But then it just made so it's like so many people say they're not addicted to weed. Weed can't be addicted, but I'm like, it's 7 a.m. and you're smoking it before work. Like, you know what I'm saying? So. It's obviously, first of all, can we talk about, and I'm going to repeat this maybe 3 times, smoking while driving, and I'm referring to marijuana, is a DUI. Let's say it one more time. Okay. Smoking while driving is a DUI. Third, smoking while driving is a DUI. And like literally every day in Philly, I pull up to a stop sign, and I'm just bombarded with weed at like the stoplights, because the car next to me, it looked like it's on fire with all the smoke coming out, and I'm like, hello, like, you're driving, first of all, weed and stuff slows down your neurotransmitter. Like, normally your neurons go like this, they fire. Mm-hmm. When you smoke weed, they go like, that's why when you talk to someone who's high, like, it's annoying, like, because they're like,
oh God, I can't.
And it's like, because your brain is processing.
Can I tell you
slower.
that I hate talking to high people. I'm sorry.
Right.
Like, I don't find it cute. I don't find it fun. Like, it gets on my nerves, because it's like you're so slow to you're so slow to start. Like,
right. And it's nothing wrong. And I'm not trying to say don't do well. Granted that it's still legal in most places, so I'm going to probably say, be careful. Like, don't do it. But it's not even my issue with people doing certain things. It's the fact that it has got to a level where it's like out of control. These are still substances that are, the reason why you're getting high is because it's messing around with your brain chemistry. It's messing around with things in your body. Like, that's why you feel high. Like, obviously it's causing something artificial in your body, and it's not healthy to take this stuff in on a daily basis. Like, I even read some article, and I can't remember, it was like a study, and they were saying that like people who take certain drugs often have higher rates of depression and stuff, because it's almost like your brain now can't find that natural high. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't naturally get to those points where you're releasing dopamine. Right? Yeah, dopamine. You're releasing dopamine because you have stimulated it so much artificially that typically people can release dopamine with just the normal things that make you happy. But now it's just like your body needs to be high to feel calm, to feel happy, to feel satisfied, and then that's how you slowly. That's why people always say it's a myth that weed is a gateway drug, but I'm sorry, a lot of people that I know who started off with weed are now taking pills. I'm just going to be real. So people always say it's not true, but when are we going to look at trends? Like, if 90% of the people who was smoking weed now do pills, maybe there's some truth to this pendulum here.
Yeah, and also it's always, I think, funny to me because people who think they need that substance to be like the life of the party,
right?
Normally, they're never the life of the party.
Yeah, first of all, weed is not going to make you the life of the party.
I'm sorry, you're not.
Make you sleepy and relaxed.
My late uncle was very much into alcohol, and again, there was more behind it that I believed that I wasn't. Obviously, I'm not involved in grown folks' business, so I let it go.
Right.
But I think there was a lot of stuff that was difficult for him, and I think that he always used it because he's like. But the thing is, it never made him fun to be around either. Right. Like I think he always believed it. Like he needed to be like that person, and it's like it never made him that person. It just made you more annoying.
Right.
So you're having a great time right now because you think everybody's having fun with you. Everyone's trying to be nice and like not punch you in the face.
Right.
But like you're kind of annoying right now.
Right.
Like this is not fun for us. This is fun for you, I guess. But no one else is enjoying it. You think, oh, I'm just doing well, and people are like, oh God, here we go.
Right.
So it's like, hey, uncle, what's going on? Like, God, I don't want to do this with you right now. And it's like,
right.
Think of other people too, and also, if you constantly are doing like big things and you can't remember those things, that's also another thing that kind of throws me off. Where you're like, oh yeah, I don't remember that whole thing, and it's like, but you paid money to do this thing. It's like, so you took 17 L's to the dome. And went to Texas,
right?
And you're like, I went to Texas. I was like, yes.
Right. I have a cousin and my new cousin-in-law where she actually didn't drink at all during her wedding, and mind you, that wedding was very fancy. But her thing was like, this is the date I look forward to. You only get it once, and two, spend some money on this thing. So she was like, I want to have a clear mind to like literally take every moment of this in. Like, and I'm like, and I understood that. Now I'm not saying don't drink at your wedding if you want to have a drink, but like, yeah, it probably is. If you spend thousands and thousands of dollars for a wedding and it's your one day, and then you blacked out drunk and high, it's like, now you have
listen, in my wedding, I might be sloshed by like after everything. If you do a ceremony, all that, and we get to like the after party of the wedding, I might be sloshed. Yeah. Okay, because now we don't. I took this uncomfortable ass suit off. I'm done with it. Okay, I got some sneakers on. I'm great. Right. At that party, yes. Not walking down the aisle, red eyes, and going left to right. What Ariana say, side to side.
The pastor or whatever is like, do you take this man? They said it. I'm like, that's your part. Oh, like, let's get it together. Come on, then. Like, let's get it together. Like, oh my gosh. But it's just, and that's what I said. It's like, I really have no problem with anyone doing anything, but it's just, we do have to speak up and recognize when things are becoming unhealthy for people. And that's my only thing. Like, just be safe, be healthy, and if you really recognize yourself that you're doing certain substances because you're stressed, because you feel bad, because then that's when you have to really check those situations and find healthier alternatives. Maybe you need to talk to a therapist. Maybe you want to just call and talk to a friend, because that's how those things can,
if they answer the phone, some friends don't.
That's how it can easily slide down the wrong path. If it's like, okay, I'm having three shots and a blunt every day because I'm just super, super stressed, and then before you know it, you're a full-blown drug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, it can just, it's a slippery, quick slope for some people, and I just don't want to see anybody go down that path.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, even like, at a certain point in my life, I was just like, oh God, like, because, you know, college, you drink a lot more often.
Right.
And, like, I remember one time I was, like, having a margarita before work, and I was like, this seems strong. Like, this is just really wrong. I feel like I shouldn't be doing this.
Right.
You know, but it's like, I never felt like I had to drink before I went to work.
Right.
Because if I ever got to that point with any job, when I feel like I got to a point where I'm so stressed out that I'm even thinking about it, I got to go. Like, you know, my last job, I started to, like, literally I got so stressed from that job that I started to literally break out in hives before going, and I was like, I need to quit.
Right.
Lucky enough, got fired. Great.
Lucky
that
enough.
was Jesus telling me, yeah, like, you're good.
Right.
You're done.
Right.
And I was just like, yeah, no, I can't. Like, this a problem. Like, that's not, like, I'm not saying, like, if at the end of the week you're like, you know what, let's go to the bar.
Yeah.
Fine.
Right.
At the end of the week you're like, let's have a smoke sesh with 17 blunts in rotation to the scalp. Go ahead, have fun.
But yeah, just everything.
But not on a Tuesday.
Right. Just everything in moderation. Be safe. Remember, just like, be mature with it. Think of the health, like, analyze the health consequences. Analyze your own mental health. And analyze the legal consequences. Because, for example, Philadelphia, someone could correct me if I'm wrong, but the last I knew that it's just decriminalized. A lot of people say that weed is legal in Philadelphia. That is not
decriminalized.
True.
Also by it's by weight as well.
Yeah, it's like, so
how much you can have on.
If the police stop you just have a blunt, you will get a citation. You'll get a ticket, or some may just let you go because they're like, I'm not about to even go through all this to write up a ticket. But if you have like a backpack full of all these different baggies and stuff, you're still getting arrested because it's under a certain amount. And we know a lot of people who smoke a lot probably have more than that certain amount, so you can still be arrested. So that's what I just also want to.
And it's also like, I mean, like people who like don't believe, like, open cans, like you can't have open can in your car, like, of alcohol, even if it's the passengers. So it's like, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because they can't tell who's been sipping on.
I could have been lying.
Right. So it's just, that's what I'm saying. Just be safe. That's my primary thing, and it's just like, and it's hard for some people to even realize that they have an issue because of what that girl was saying on Instagram. It's like, it's easy to hide nowadays because everyone just want to be lit. So, like, someone may not even realize that they are having an issue because in their mind they're just being.
I think there's also a lot of warning signs. So people say a lot of what people don't understand. Like, everyone, like, there are times where, like, you have friends who will basically say that it's like, this is a problem, but everyone's just like, oh, ha, it's a joke that so-and-so says he's alcoholic, so-and-so said, like, he's addicted to what, and it's like, oh, everybody thinks it's a joke until it's not. Right. And then it's like, oh, there were warning signs.
Right.
Like, that we saw, but no one said anything.
But, yeah, I feel like that's my rewind. That's my little piece. Just be safe and look out.
You said it already. Thank you. Time for my rewind. Thank you.
You might.
Don't touch anything with the mic. I'm not doing that today. I'm not recording this over again.
Oh my gosh.
So my rewind is a rewind to like 3 episodes ago about Karens.
Oh gosh.
And not more about Karens, but more about just retail in general. There was a trend I saw on TikTok of like, what is it called? Like, it's like a purge day for service people. Hairdressers and restaurant people, you know, the waiters and the waitresses and all, and it was like a purge day thing, and it was just, it's the funniest thing because one, people get so upset, but two, when you listen to what they're saying in those TikToks, I'm like, you do know a lot of times they're just asking you to be a right human being. Yeah. Right? Like, everyone gets so upset. I can't believe they would try to talk to a customer like that. I'm like, but you understand, like, what you're doing is weird. Right. You know, it's like, what you're doing is just, you're coming to this restaurant.
Did you explain that? Okay. No, I'm saying, did you explain the purge is just pretty much them not them literally like
not killing,
murdering and stealing, like not that type of purge.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, also purge also has different definitions there. If you think it purged the movie, everybody, calm down.
Not purge the movie,
but yeah, purging basically being like, you know, this is my time to shine and say what I really want to say to customers that we couldn't say before. Don't touch the computer if we fucking up.
It's not.
I don't trust it.
Oh my god!
Okay, don't breathe too hard near it.
I'm watching the mic. It's on.
Thank you. But yeah, like just basically being able to say what, like, when you're working, the customer's always right, and you can't say this to people. You can't say that. You can't suggest this. You can't do like when that's somebody who worked in retail for a long,
right?
Okay, first of all, multiple jobs in retail for like at least 5 years. Let me tell you this: they don't get paid enough. A lot of them don't get paid enough for y'all walking in there saying whatever you want to say and being fucking weird.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Oh my God, they brought you sour cream on the side and I didn't want sour cream. You don't have to put it on your fucking taco. I don't care. Like, you're gonna make this lady who makes $2 an hour come back and take it away.
Right.
You're an adult.
It's not even on your food.
You're an adult. You can just not use it. The lady did not come over and spoon feed sour cream into your goddamn gullet so that you had to eat it. You weirdo.
Oh
you come on. Snapping at waiters and waitresses is wrong enough, but to do it and having like be indignant about it, you're weird.
Right.
And I wish that retail and people, and I'm not giving this a go ahead to just be a horrible worker. That's different because there are some workers who are just bad at what they do.
Right.
Okay. No, we don't want to say it. Some of you are just bad. Trust me, I was a supervisor, especially in food service. Some of y'all just don't know what y'all doing, and that's a problem.
Right.
But I just wish there was, that this thought that everyone has of pleasing the customer. Throw that shit out the window. Screw the customer at that point. Like, we're not doing everything we can to please you because you're wrong.
Right.
I wish we had the opportunity to be like, you're wrong, Sally.
The customer's always right.
Fuck the customer. Okay? The customer's not always right. And I wish that was just out of the... Because, because you have people, people who go to certain restaurants or go to the local Target or Macy's for the prime reason of just getting under someone's skin.
Right.
This used to be an old thing for Kathy Griffin. She would say her mother would go... Not saying I love Kathy Griffin and her mom. R.I.P. to her mother. She passed years ago. Oh. But... her mother would go to the certain store, and she would just take anything back. Like, it was stuff she didn't even buy from the store. It was always a bit that, I don't know if it was real or if it was Kathy being Kathy. Right. But she was just, because they didn't really have any rules about, you just had to kind of go in there and be like, I bought this from the store, and it's faulty or whatever. Right. And they'll probably give you money back. And, like, the bit was her mother would constantly go to these stores and just take anything back and be like, I bought it from here, and make a fuss about it. Right. They would give her, like, score credit or whatever it was. Right. And I'm like... But there's people out here who really do it. Like, minus it being a bit. Oh, yeah. It's like, are you serious?
Can I just say one little titty story?
Oh, no.
My mom used to be the manager at Sears. And they finally found out that people were scheming. She used to work at 69th Street Sears.
Oh, no. Not 69th Street Sears.
Right. So, you know how when you take something back and you don't have the receipt, you can get store credit. Mm-hmm. So, pretty much, people was just picking stuff up off the shelves, going to customer service and be like, can I return this? I don't have a receipt, and getting a gift card for the amount of the thing. Never even purchased the item. I'm like, that is so wrong, but so smart at the same time. But I'm like, that is so wrong. But yeah, she was like, it'd be literally stuff that they did not buy. Just with a shopping cart for, can I return this and this? And be getting like a $400 gift card for stuff they didn't even buy. I'm like, that is, oh my gosh. Horrible. But yeah, people used to do stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, people really do be out here, like, going to places just to cause. My thing is, okay, if you broke, just say that. You can't afford the food, then say that. Don't come to a restaurant and then complain about everything, even though there's nothing wrong with it. Right. It takes a lot for me when I go to restaurants, and this even before I was, someone who worked in food service before. Like, I was never a person, I would not, if it was wrong, I'm like, I'll be nervous to say, hey, so this isn't it. But, like, it's some things where it's like, oh, this is cold. And it's like, is it really cold? Like, I highly doubt that steak that they took out 5 seconds ago was just freezing.
I can't deal with this. It's super cold.
Like, no, it's not. I don't think it is. I think you're just being a little bit overdramatic. Like, there's been so many times where something has been, like, I think the only time I really, like, gave something back, I really wanted French fries. Oh. This is back in college. I really wanted French fries, and I went to this place, and I ordered, there's like a pizza and fries, right, or wings and fries, something like that. And I got it, and I was going to the car, and I'm like, I smell onion, and I'm like, what do I smell onion? So I opened the bag, and it's still my wings, but it's onion rings, and I'm like, and any other day I'd have been like, oh, whatever. It's still an appetizer. It's around the same price.
Right.
But I really just wanted French fries that day. I don't know why I was craving French fries. So I came back and I was like, "Excuse me," and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, I got French fries and there's onion rings."
Right.
And they're like, "Oh, okay, we can keep the onion rings because we already gave them to you because we're all going to do is throw them in the trash."
Right.
You know, we'll just get you some
that
fries.
That happened to me yesterday. That's funny.
And
Not
I was,
the onion rings,
I was like, you got wings and onion rings instead of fries? Oh my god! But
oh my gosh.
it just, I wish we did have a purge day and we could just
tear them up. So let me stop.
God.
Yeah. But yeah, people in retail just be. So yeah, they just. Yeah, some people. One quick story. Don't you remember I told you when I worked at Ben and Jerry's senior year, and not my color, boy.
The palm colored people, yes. Palm colored people, yes.
Came in with his two parents. Mind you, he was still undergrad. He wasn't even in law school yet.
Oh, I know this story. Okay,
and she came in, so they were ordering stuff and talking with us. And the mom just goes to start walking behind our counter and was like, "Is the bathroom back here?" But mind you, we didn't have a public restroom.
How dare you?
But right next door to Qdoba, our manager had a relationship with that manager, so they pretty much said that, your customers can use our restroom because they literally were connected or whatever. So my manager was like, "Oh no, we don't have a public restroom, but you can go right next door to Qdoba." And here go the father. "We have to leave out the store and go to the restroom." She was like, "We don't have a public restroom." Here go the son. "Well, you know what? I want to see your health certificate because it's against PA code, blah, 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 to have seats, and I have a public restroom and all this stuff." It started going on, mind you, making a big fuss. And the mom was like, "I'll just go next door." The son and the father just making a big fuss. So I'm like, the 15 minutes that you're sitting here arguing, your mom could have been to the bathroom and back like 10 times.
This is why I don't like being manager because I'm like, you can shit in the street.
Right. So then he tried to tell us that it was against the law for us to have seating but not a bathroom.
Oh
and she gonna talk. So she went in there. She was like, "Well, here's our house certificate." She was like, "And do you want to call the city who specifically told us that we can't allow customers to use our employee restroom?" And then he was like, we'll just take the ice cream." I'm like,
and you know what? Now we don't have ice cream. We don't have any.
We're all out.
So sorry.
We just 5 minutes. We just got closed down by the city because we don't have a public restroom. We just now got closed.
We just got shut down.
And it just be like just making stuff out of nothing. Like literally, I could see if it was like, well, first of all, we don't have a restroom. We just don't have a restroom. But I could even see if it was like, oh, you can use this place that's 5 blocks away. Like literally, Ben and Jerry's, Qdoba, touching like.
When I tell you, when I used to be a supervisor, I didn't even argue with when customers would do that, and they would do that. I would just stand there and stare at them because I want you to hear yourself.
Right.
I didn't argue with customers when you say certain things. I'm just kind of standing there and like, I said what I said,
right,
and that's the end of the situation.
I said what I said.
Like,
right.
Since we only had that much time, I had I worked in Millersville.
Right.
Girl came up to the register, and then we had meal plans, and you could use your flex dollars if you had something else.
Right.
She came up, she wanted a late night meal or whatever. Swiped it, she didn't have a meal on the card.
Right.
You don't have one. She goes, yes I do. And I'm like, oops, swiped it again. Yeah, no. I'm like, did you use it at dinner? I didn't come here for dinner.
Well, girl, call the office.
Okay.
Call
so she goes, I'm an education, which is why I got out of education. We'll talk about that later. But she said, I'm an education major. I teach during this time. And I was like, do you have a smaller meal plan maybe? No, I had the regular meal plan. I'm like, okay, well, I'm telling you that you're going to have to use Flex or a credit card or cash.
Right.
And she's like, I have a meal. I just stood there and looked at her because I'm like, you're not walking out the store with this meal.
Don't have a meal.
You're not walking out the store with this meal. And if you let you pay for it, unless you want me to call campus security, find your way. Okay? Find your way.
Oh my God.
Get out. And she ended up paying for cash. And she still said X, Y, and Z. And I was just like, I just stand there and look at you because I want you to hear exactly how dumb you sound right now.
But like, first of
I'm
all,
telling you right now, the system is not saying anything.
Right. If you say that you're supposed to have a meal or a certain amount of flex dollars or whatever, and it's not showing up in negative,
you're asking me, the person in charge of it right now?
Right, like, first of all, that's not an argument for you. Maybe you need to call the office or something. Like, and figure out
like, I can't do anything.
Right. Like,
this is a cash register, not a computer.
Right.
Like, girl.
You don't control that.
But anyway, sorry. Yeah, we're coming down to the end. Again, don't forget to follow us on social media, on Instagram and on YouTube at CodenameZ Podcast. And, We might have something special coming out soon. Who knows?
We do.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Anyway,
yes. Our manager doesn't want us to talk about it.
Woo!
Bye.
See y'all.